Welcome to the dumbest smart guy podcast on the planet. This is the Central Unintelligence Podcast.
It's time to fucking celebrate the might of the American military-industrial complex once again.
What do you mean once again? We literally do it every episode.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying we're gonna do it once again.
At least I do.
Hey, fuck you. All right,
I'm saying because when I'm on one, that's what I talk about. I don't know how you and Adam run it.
Well, we basically just do news and then also say fuck all the other countries, though.
But you're not talking about the military.
That's true. We are kind of sucking its dick a little bit. We're creating it in the balls, maybe. We're not giving it the full deep throat as we do when it's you and I. But are you going to the bathroom?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna meet your mic while I do the plugs. Anyways, before we get into how great the military-industrial complex is, you can go to GameRageMagazine.com and you can hear all of our stuff. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine, Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. YouTube is the greatest way to hear most of pretty much everything we got is all on YouTube. And you can check out Game Rage Magazine on YouTube. You're not coming over, but I can hear you. Frank is pissing, and I can hear it in the headphones, because I can mute his mic so you can't hear it, but I can't turn it. Oh, I can turn it off, but I just chose not to. Anyways, you can also go, if you like anime and mangas, you can go to Frank's Instagram page, anime_syndicate_podcast, and you can listen to the Anime Syndicate podcast. If you like music, you can follow Adam at All Gas No Trash Official, and you can go listen to the All Gas No Trash podcast. Also, we're trying to maybe do a test. We're doing a test run here and seeing if the Game Rage Star Wars podcast should be resurrected, I guess is probably the right word. So if you like Star Wars at all, there will be a new episode up. There's already, I think, 4, and we basically did reviews talking about episodes 4, 5, and 6, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and then I think we did episode 1. And that was where we kind of left off because our original number 1 episode got lost. But anyway, we're talking about restarting it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an episode and we're going to put it out. It'll be out right now along with these. So you can go listen to it. It's probably going to be called, something, Return of the Jedi in question marks. I don't know. Something to that effect.
Did you hear all the shit I was talking on you?
Yeah, I did. I could hear everything.
Yeah, I know.
It was funny. And I was commenting on it on here. How they couldn't hear it, but I could. So
I was referring to you as a kidney stone.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. It's pretty funny.
All the unhinged shit I was saying about all of you.
Yeah, oh yeah. It was pretty hilarious. So go listen to Game Rage Star Wars if you want, because we said if we get 15, we're setting the bar fairly low. I'm thinking here. If we get 15 downloads on this episode that we're going to put out within the first 7 days, we will restart it and we will do it twice a month. So, anyways, thank you for flipping me off, Frank. All right, so that's the end of it. That's the end of the plugs. I will say people get mad when we at people that do podcasts that don't get to the point fairly quickly, and I would like to say that I think we've been doing a really good job of doing that. I'm gonna mute that mic because he's getting ice. I think we've been doing a really good job of that, where the really only deviation from the main topics is when we do the plugs at the beginning. And yeah, that takes like a minute, 90 seconds to 2 minutes maybe. Now they're kind of a little longer because I'm plugging 2 other podcasts that we do on top of it.
I do go off topic a lot.
Wait, say that again?
I do go off topic a lot.
Oh yeah, that is true. But but we start with the episode topic though. We get to it right away, and then we veer off topic. So today's episode, fuck Russia. No, also yes, that. But today I just kind of wanted to talk about.
Well, let me say this. In the last 2 weeks, not 2 weeks, in this year alone,
right,
we come out with a new aircraft,
right.
Then we just released a new aircraft.
Yeah.
We had now our biggest, most powerful anti-everything missile system can now be fired from a jet.
Yeah. I'd say we're doing pretty fucking all right.
It's like that one guy said when China was talking shit about us leaving the Pacific.
Yeah.
Our aircraft carrier left. We never left the Pacific.
No, we still have more assets there than you could fucking put together. Additionally, I will say this too. Yes, I do think fully, and I believe that the nuclear-powered aircraft carriers are the symbol. They're the icon of American might. Like, they're the icon of our force projection, right? That's the avatar of our military competency and our strength, basically. And just because that's our icon, though.
We do believe within the next 40 years, aircraft carriers might become obsolete.
Right, with drones and all that stuff.
Not only that, but like, our planes can make it to Europe now without having to refuel.
Right, yeah.
And that's just our fighter jets. And we have our cargo planes, our bombers. Our bombers, now that we have like in-air fueling.
Yeah.
The only thing, I mean, aircraft carriers are still going to have a place in our Navy, but we are reactivating battleships.
Right, exactly.
Because the tide is turning once again.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just feel like at the end of the day, what does an aircraft carrier really do?
It just provides a shit ton of air support.
Mm-hmm. It can, I know the Nimitz class can secure a range of 440 nautical miles radius.
Yeah. Right.
But, I mean, I'm not saying they're pointless. I am never going to say that.
Right.
I'm just saying that we're getting to the point where we have to start reevaluating our...
Yeah, times are changing.
Yes.
What got us to the dance isn't going to keep us the champ for forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to constantly evolve. And what's funny is all the other fucking dickhead countries are still trying to catch up and barely starting to make aircraft carriers. Mm-hmm. And we've had aircraft carriers since fucking World War II.
We all had it, but we just kept... We were the first to develop a Navy mindset of, hey, these are where we need to be focusing on, not battleships anymore.
Right. Well, this is what's going to allow us to lock, because that's what they do. They can lock down an area of 440 nautical square miles, right?
No, a radius.
Right. A radius of 400 nautical miles. They can lock it down. Yeah. They can lock fucking that down. And that's what has basically contributed to our force projection.
But nowadays, the fucking the Arctic class destroyers are doing that now.
Yeah, now they can shoot things 400 nautical miles away.
Habitual line crosser, who actually is a radar, he actually works on anti-missiles and all. AA guns, all that shit. And he was talking about like the difference between the Aegis missile system and the Patriot missile system. The Patriot missile system can detect you if you're the size of a baseball within 100 miles.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking impressive.
Oh, sorry, basketball.
Yeah, okay.
Size of a basketball within 100 miles.
Which is pretty fucking impressive.
The Aegis missile system will kill you if you're a size of a baseball within 190 miles.
Which is very also impressive. Mm-hmm. Even more impressive.
So then, and the Aegis missile system is what the Burley class, and I think it's, again, 190 miles unclassified. Right, yeah. Unclassified. So who knows what the real range actually is? Because it ain't that. It ain't that. It's definitely better. You know what Aegis, you know what it's named after? Who? Aegis. Oh, what? It's the shield of Zeus. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's another thing that we fucking do better than everyone. Naming? Naming this shit. Naming our equipment. Dude, okay, even back in the day, like when they came out in the 80s or 70s or whatever with the fucking Stinger missile system. It's a man-portable air defense system, and they called it the Stinger. That's such a cool name. But then again, we also have bad naming conventions. Sometimes. You know, like the guys from World War II, like saying, oh, my favorite thing is the M1. The rifle, the helmet, the submachine gun, the pistol. The tank. The tank. Everything was just called M something back in World War II. I mean, shit. The military naming of equipment was basically M and then some letters and numbers forever. Like, I still think one of the best naming conventions, and we don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Is Mark.
Yeah, like the Mark 1, whatever. Like the Stinger missile system Mark 1.
Yeah.
The fucking...
We don't do it anymore, but I still think that's like one of the best naming conventions.
Yeah, that's cool, because then it's like, it shows you the evolution of this same piece of equipment.
Like, we don't even do it. Like, Patriot Missile System, not Patriot, the Minutemen.
Yeah.
It's just called the Minuteman Missile 1, Minuteman 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
They don't call it Mark 1, 2, and 3. Like, it's just 1, 2, and 3. And, like, that was a missed opportunity.
I think so, too. Why are
you standing? I'm the one with the back.
No, I don't know, like, because shit, we've been fucking doing... We've been podcasting for what, like almost 4 hours?
Anime took 3 hours, but we only recorded like 40 minutes worth of it.
Yeah. I mean, it took almost 2 hours, and we got an hour, basically, a little under. But it's like I've been sitting this whole time for almost 3 hours, and like my ass is starting to
I'm like,
yeah, I need to stand up and be like up. Also, I kind of had to take a shit. I feel like from all that sushi, like I feel like it's working its way. It's working its way in, and it's easier to not have that feeling if you're standing. I feel like because if you're sitting, you already kind of think you're sitting on the toilet. No, I want to get these episodes. We gotta get these episodes done. I gotta go to sleep. I gotta get up at fucking 9 a.m. to go do some shit.
Yeah, but then you can go back to sleep.
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna be gone until like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, maybe even 3, and then Katie's going to get her nails done. Well, this is a side conversation. But anyways, I do think that when it comes down to every level of equipment, sure. Most of the shit is made by the lowest bidder when it comes to shit that your average like infantryman is getting.
As opposed to Russia, where it's made by the lowest intelligence.
Right, exactly. So you're getting what you get, right? But honestly, when it comes to the higher tech shit, I mean, you're getting...
I doubt the F-22 was built by the... Well, it was.
I mean, but...
Technically it was, but at the same time it's...
But goddamn, it's that... Fuck, man. That's another excellent piece of technology that we developed essentially in the 90s. Coming on 30 years ago, we were developing that. And it's been so terrifying that our enemies haven't even gotten to see it in action. Like the most action it's got...
Iran did.
What?
Iran did for a couple seconds and they ran.
Yeah, that's what I call them, Iran. Mm-hmm. And they ran. They ran so far away. Here comes the copyright strike right now. Mm-hmm. I think it's crazy. And yes, again, this is why we don't have good. That's why we don't have good shit. This is why we don't have good shit in our lives. We don't have like you said, universal health care. We don't have fucking free food for everybody.
But we have the entire fucking world.
In the palm of our hands, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of the things that blows my mind that now it's taking, which I think we've said this from the beginning when we started doing this show, was if anyone wants to take us down, it's gonna take everybody else to do it. Mm-hmm. It's not gonna be China. It's not just gonna be Russia. It's not gonna be some asshole fucking sand fucking cock gobblers in the Middle East.
It's all the bricks.
It's gonna take. Personally, I think it will take the entire world turning against us, and if we are allowed to essentially, if it's the United States and we have Canada, Mexico, well, as long as Mexico doesn't turn on us.
Yeah.
If we have Canada and Mexico and North America is intact, right? And we have. I don't even know if we need the British, but if we have the Polish, we're fucking straight. We kind of don't need anyone else. To defend ourselves. If you want to come knock us off and come here, it's going to take every single country to invade us at the same fucking time. But
that's also the funny part, because if you want to betray us, we probably already know.
That's true. We probably already know and have accounted for that.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. We have the ultimate fucking trump card at the end of the day. At the end of the day, if we so chose, we could push a button.
Unleash the F-22s.
We could just push a button and take everyone out. If we were going to lose, that's what we would do. We would just take everybody out. Mm-hmm. If we're going down, we're taking everybody with us. And that thing we were talking about on with the thing with the anime on the Anime Syndicate with what's his name, the Naruto thing with Pain.
Uh-huh.
that it
mutually assured destruction.
Yeah, that they were basically, their plan was to just pretend that, like, to give everybody this false illusion of mutually assured destruction so they wouldn't kill each other. Like, that's what we've done, is we have developed mutually assured destruction to ensure peace. And honestly, since that happened, since we've had this whole mutually assured destruction, sure, maybe we've gotten close a little bit to maybe people pushing the button and fucking the whole thing up, but nobody's actually done it yet. And we dropped 2, atomic bombs, not even
hydrogen.
Not even full nuclear bombs. Like, we dropped those on a country twice. We dropped 2 of those and ended a war. And we haven't had to do it since, because we almost did, but even though other people got them, we haven't had to do it yet, because they're like, well, fuck. If we do it, they're gonna fucking do it. Mm-hmm. And then that's it, it's over. And the one thing that everybody knows, we don't know if when the Russia pushes the button, if they're all gonna go. We don't know if China pushes the button, if they're gonna go. We don't know if North Korea pushes the button, if they're gonna go, or fucking Iran, or whoever else has nukes. We know, everyone knows that if we push it,
it's making it.
They're good. They will strike their fucking targets, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, we found out that most of China's not even filled with fuel; they're filled with water.
Yeah.
And Russia is so goddamn incompetent. I don't even know if they still have nuclear missiles.
Yeah, as we've been talking shit this whole fucking time, they can't even invade the country next door without running out of gas. Do we really think that their nuclear missile arsenal is up to snuff? Sure, it would be a gross underestimation of our enemy if we just assumed that it wasn't good. But the fact that we are questioning it...
The last time we believed their propaganda, we made an airplane that was undefeated.
Yeah. True story. I mean, we did we've done the plane episode going into details about talking about, like, your favorite aircraft and, like, aircraft in general. And I'm still working on the tank episode because, like, I fucking hate PowerPoint, but, like, I think it is necessary to utilize. But I mean, ground supremacy equipment, air superiority equipment, naval, and that's another one we should do too, is we should do a naval fucking episode too. But naval equipment, and then we should fucking do a special forces episode too. And just talk about all the different special forces units that are out there.
Yeah.
And that's fucking cool as shit that we have had all these things. I mean, we're going to be hopefully soon. Did you finish that book yet?
Almost.
All right.
Did you?
Yeah. No, I haven't finished it. I think I'm like 3/4 of the way through.
I think you might have passed me at this point.
Maybe.
I'm a little over halfway done.
Oh, okay. Which is cool, because then once we finish it, we can talk about it, because that's a really good book about the history of the CIA and basically how they're completely fucking incompetent.
They're so goddamn... I knew they were bad, but I didn't know they was this bad.
Yeah. And I mean, I will say they have come a long way from their humble fucking beginnings.
From just outright the back, just fucking everything up, to at least we don't know they're fucking up now.
Yeah. At least they're doing well at covering it up. But yeah, it is...
So yeah.
It is unprecedented, the level of power that the military-industrial complex has and wields in essentially shaping global policies. Because anybody who wants to fuck around, as we've said many times, they'll just find out.
I mean, they say that whenever there's an incident, usually the first question that is asked is, what's our nearest aircraft carrier?
Yeah. And yeah, our force projection capability is it's in the process of evolving, because we're going to be switching to another, I don't know what it is yet, and I don't think anybody really knows what it is yet, but I think we're in the process of figuring it out. But for now, the aircraft carrier shit is still holding. But if China steps up and starts fucking mass producing shitty aircraft carriers and can kind of do a similar thing.
Well, you saw the video the picture of their newest one that they made.
Yeah.
And it's like it wasn't even like 3 months old, and the deck, the concrete
fell off.
The deck concrete was already all cracking.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And goddamn, if you can't even fucking do basic maintenance on the shit, if your deck is not, if your aircraft deck is not strong enough to hold the aircraft, because like, let's be real, they're heavy as fuck. I mean, aircraft ain't light. Even small fighters, I mean, they weigh fucking several thousand pounds.
Yeah. The fuel alone has got to be 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, a fuel alone, they're carrying probably a couple thousand.
The munitions got to be another couple thousand.
Oh yeah, and then obviously the weight of the aircraft itself. And when it lands, it's doing what, several hundred miles an hour when it hits the deck to land, and the violence of it hitting the deck and then being stopped by an arrestor cable. Like, Jesus Christ, like that beats the shit out of aircraft decks. But you know what? I don't think I've ever seen a video or pictures of an aircraft carrier deck that was like, oh, it's fucked up. Unrepairable at sea.
No, it's been, there's photos of those decks being fucked up because they took an enemy fire.
Oh, yeah, like in World War II.
Yeah.
But like, just from basic usage, no, I haven't seen any of that. So
think about it, though, too. Like, in World War II, we went from an army that hadn't fought since World War I.
Yeah.
Disorganized. We had like, maybe was it like 1,000 troops or some shit? Like
something.
Like ridiculously low number of active personnel. Then World War II, the war in the European theater started.
Yeah.
Japan started doing its shit. And we're like, we're not getting involved, but we might. So let's start building our military.
Yeah.
And we end up building, again, not to discredit Europe.
Yeah.
But we end up building the military that wins World War II.
Yeah, of course.
Again, not discounting what the other European countries. I am not saying that. It was a team effort.
We changed the tide.
ERB said it best. Because when there was Theodore Roosevelt versus
Winston Churchill,
and he's like, but we all know you're just sitting there like, thank God for Pearl Harbor.
Oh yeah, because if that wouldn't have happened, yes, the British would have held out, but eventually they would have probably had to have capitulated.
But thanks to us selling shit before the war, and luckily we had our country was more self-reliant and self-producing materials and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we entered the European theater. We entered Germany. Germany, the country we're fighting against.
Yeah.
And they were surprised that we had cars and tanks for everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They were still on horseback.
Yeah, a lot of them were.
In their own country.
Yeah.
We're literally on the other side of the world, and our army was more supplied than theirs.
Oh, yeah.
Was it, I think Fat Electrician said it where they are literally, there's a Japanese soldier probably 40 miles from his own home.
Maybe even less than that.
Yeah, in a foxhole, starving. But he won't give up because of the Bushido Code.
Right.
He believes in that. He peers out.
Goddamn.
Yeah. He peers out of his foxhole, and what does he see? A bunch of muscly bound 18-year-old kids eating ice cream, just fucking lighting everything in his land with flamethrowers.
Yeah.
Halfway across the country, these motherfuckers are so well fed that they get to have ice cream.
A literal luxury item that melts if it's not kept, it turns to liquid if it's not kept at a certain fucking temperature. And yet, they're eating it while shooting flamethrowers and lighting everything on fire. Well, that would have been some crazy shit to see, though.
And that guy is not, he could probably see his house from where his foxhole is, and he is starving to death.
Yeah. And another thing, too, that I think people discount, or at least people in the modern age now discount.
Our logistical system?
Well, it's that, but it's the level of brutality that we're capable of. Because I think people forgot. I think people forgot about us inventing the trench gun. I think
trench sweeper?
Yeah, I think people forgot about us heavily utilizing flamethrowers in not only World War II, but Korea and Vietnam. And literally burning dudes to death with literal liquid gas.
Napalm.
You guys supposed to remember napalm?
White phosphorus.
White phosphorus? We
are the walking embodiment of it ain't a war crime the first time.
Right. We wrote the fucking book on war crimes.
No, that was the Canadians.
Yeah. But, I mean, in terms of like what we have done, I don't think people, and we've said this before, and I think you've said it best, was people aren't ready. The world's not ready for an unhinged U.S. military. Mm-hmm. Like an unhinged American population to just be able to do whatever the fuck they want. They're not ready for it. They think they want that. They want to fucking come get us. Man, you ain't ready for the smoke. I'm telling you right now.
Everybody got... It's like what Mike Tyson said, that everybody got comfortable talking shit behind the screen.
Yeah.
Not ready for the punch that's coming.
Right.
With the U.S., everybody got comfortable with the U.S. following the Geneva Conventions and our own doctrines.
Yeah.
Because trust me, you put us in a fucking full-on World War, not even the lieutenants are going to be like, oh, let me see what's going on over here away from the scene. Oh, no, this guy got hit by a chainsaw. How did that happen?
No, they won't even, the lieutenants will be killing with chainsaws. They will be actively committing. They'll be encouraging and coming up with plans to commit war crimes
and then cover them up.
Oh, I don't even think we would need to cover them up. To be perfectly honest with you, I think if we get into that sort of a situation, we need to make an example. We need to publicize.
But that's, again, we said it again too, that's also the scary thing about it.
Yeah.
Is that once the gloves come off, I don't know if they're going to come back on.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible after that. It's permanent. Mm-hmm. You have permanently altered. And listen, you better be hoping and praying
that we go from a nation of security to a nation of war and dominance.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, these assholes in other countries that want this shit, they better be hoping and praying that the woke doctrine continues. But you know what's funny? Is even though that is a thing now, someone with painted fingernails, as you said, can still push the fucking button on a fucking missile launcher. Mm-hmm. They can still fucking turn on the flamethrower and light your bitch ass on fire. They can still fucking pull a trigger just as good as anybody else. And let's be honest, if you want to see motherfuckers get crazy out in the battlefield, those are probably the ones that are gonna fucking do the crazy war crime shit.
I saw this video of this Russian dude.
Yeah.
And he was talking shit about I forgot what food that they eat over there in Russia. I think borscht or whatever. He says, "Oh, Americans can't handle this. The idea of whatever this agreement is frightens them." And then some guy says, "Bro, you literally made an episode like literally 2 weeks ago, where you talking about how you can't handle peanut butter." He goes, "I ain't scared of you."
Yeah, I ain't scared of that shit.
Anyway, we have people with peanut allergies, and we have people with milk allergies, and we'll still drink that shit.
Oh, yeah. I know several people that are lactose intolerant and just drink gallons of milk and fucking ice cream like nobody's business.
Again, Fallon said it best. We refuse to call that an allergy because we're still going to do it.
Yeah.
Because cheese is too good.
Yeah, you're just intolerant.
Yeah. Is that an allergy?
No, yeah, it's not an allergic reaction. You're just intolerant. That's all.
But seriously, like, dietary things aside, like, that was just a joke. But
yeah.
How we at for time?
Like 20. Like, we're getting to come out on 30 minutes.
I mean, again, going back to the whole, if we put our mind to something, I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen every single time, but it's most likely gonna happen.
Yeah.
Again, Desert Storm 1. We invented bunker busters.
Yeah.
Because Saddam's top generals were hiding in bunkers.
Yeah.
4 weeks. We went from concept, solution, testing, production.
Yeah. And then battlefield implementation.
Yeah. In 4 weeks.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yes.
And if you face us with an existential threat, that'll be in 2 weeks we'll have that shit going. Oh, shit.
And like I said, but then I was talking about, like, fucking Poland. Now the F-35A is finally done.
Yeah.
And Poland's getting its 75 fucking 35s.
Yeah.
and also marking the return of the Wing Hussars.
Yeah.
Which was their cavalry unit.
Yeah, which is cool as fuck.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Yeah.
Because I love that every country has their own name for the F-35.
Yeah.
And it's funny, like Virtual line cars like going, oh yeah, but I would turn in all those the F-35s if I could just get 4 or 5 22s.
Yeah.
But so yeah, the fucking return of the Wing Hussars is fucking great.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited and fearful for what Poland's gonna do with those.
Yeah.
And then the fucking sleeper that nobody's talking about, the F-15EX2 is officially in service.
Yeah.
The upgraded and modernized version of the most successful fighter jet that we have ever had.
Oh,
the
yeah.
world has ever fucking seen. 104 victories to 0 losses.
Yeah.
No other plane can say that.
True.
If no other American planes can say that, no other fucking country's planes can say that.
That's true.
And the fucked up, you know what the fucking crazy thing about that is?
What?
The majority of those conflicts aren't even ours.
That's true. There are others.
Israelis and all the other ones that we have sold the F-15 to.
Yeah, true.
And so, I don't know, man. I think it was one of the habitual line crosser videos where he's like, oh yeah, I got the new F-15 coming now. We got the F-35s rolling out like this. We got the new aircraft carriers. We got the buff getting its new fucking upgrades.
Oh yeah.
And like, Russia's like, America, what are you preparing for? To win.
Yeah. Exactly what we do. Mm-hmm. We're preparing to fucking win.
I mean, the last time we fought a war without rules, we won.
Yeah.
It was World War II.
World War II, yeah.
There were rules, but
yeah, they were very loosely enforced.
They were so not enforced that Korea and Vietnam, we were like,
we have to fucking follow the rules. Yeah. They're like, you guys are going to need to follow these rules.
Yeah.
Which is why we didn't handily win those. Mm-hmm. Handicapped. Handcuffed.
Again, it's rules we have to follow that the enemy does not.
Right. Just wait until we don't have to follow those anymore, though.
No, yeah. But again, that's why we say that, because World War II, we won. Korea. Yeah. Vietnam, yeah, we technically lost, but Vietnam ain't the same.
No, yeah.
Every other conflict since then, we mostly won.
Yeah, we whooping ass.
I mean, the one war we were never gonna win was the war on drugs.
Yeah, no, true.
Drugs won that war.
Oh yeah, absolutely, handily.
Yeah,
for good reason.
I saw this one thing. It was a property that used to be used to train the police. Like it was like a police academy kind of thing.
Yeah,
and it was being converted into a dispensary. And somebody just commented on it. It goes, once again, I would like to congratulate drugs on winning the war on drugs.
Yeah, that's the true story. Oh man. Anyways, all right. You got anything else more to add?
Well, the thing I was trying to talk about is that they just tested firing the Aegis missile system off an F-18.
That's pretty crazy.
You know, a missile that is longer than the plane itself.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And the fucking cool thing about it is that missile can go further than what the F-18's radar is capable of. So they were saying that, another plane can lock on a target so that other F-18 can fire it. Can you imagine being in a dogfight or going to do something and you get hit from a fucking telephone pole that came from the horizon?
Yeah, that you didn't even know. You're following this dude about to get a fucking lock on, and you just fucking get toasted.
From something that's not even within the foreseeable sight.
It wasn't even fired from any detectable range that you would have had any reasonable idea to know of.
See, again, it goes with the whole theory with Rapid Dragon. We're making that supply chain to kill you ever so smaller.
Oh, yeah. Just think when they fucking hook that up to the Rapid Dragon thing, and like a fighter jet can be in a dogfight and Rapid Dragon can launch anti-air or air-to-air missiles from...
Well, no, it's not even air. Dude, holy shit, that's actually true. But like, because the missiles it's designed for is cruise missiles.
Yeah.
Which those aren't air-to-air missiles.
Right, that's air-to-ground target
Sparrows, AIM, and I don't know what the other one is. are a hell of a lot smaller.
Yeah.
But no, they would have to be further away, so you couldn't use.
Well, just
not yet.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they're building the Sidewinder long range version that's just going to be longer and have more fuel and can go for fucking,
Because you can't get those cargo ships that close or else they'll get shot down.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If they're 1,000 nautical miles away and you hit the button and they hit and they dump out the back and there's just a fleet of missiles coming at every fucking thing. Oh,
yeah.
Done. Fucking donezo.
Like right now, like it's meant to drop cruise missiles. And I think, what's our biggest one? The C5? Or
the Galaxy?
The Galaxy,
yeah.
Can drop 72.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I believe. Don't quote me. I think that was the number. I could be wrong. That can each independently be fired to a different target.
Yeah.
And its range is like, I think, 8,000 miles.
Fuck.
And he was being cute, Fat Electrician. He goes, let me just pick 2 random cities. He shows South Korea, Seoul, can easily hit Moscow. I mean, not Moscow, Beijing.
Yeah.
Like, you go, just 2 random cities.
Yeah.
And then he showed Kiev for the Ukraine, can easily hit Moscow.
Yeah.
Like, just 2 random targets.
Yeah.
2 random cities.
Just FYI.
And he even said, I'll get him being funny. He said it again, saying, China even came out and said, holy shit, that's terrifying. Not the exact words.
Yeah.
But he's like, do you know how hard it is to get communists to admit anything? They're usually too busy starving.
Yeah, true. True story.
But I just wanted to bring that shit up because the fact that a fucking
cargo plane.
No. Going to the fact that a fighter jet.
Oh, yeah.
Can fire an anti-everything missile.
Yeah.
It's meant to shoot down other missiles, other planes.
Ground targets, fucking whatever. Boats.
Again, our supply chain is getting shorter and shorter.
To fuck you up.
Mm-hmm. But that's also why we don't have universal healthcare.
True. Yeah, true.
But we do have universal healthcare.
Yeah, we have universal death care. That's what we have. Universal fucking murder. Mm-hmm. Global fucking reach. Anyways, that was a fun episode.
Yep.
But I think this pretty much wraps it up for this one. Mm-hmm. So if you want to follow us, you can go to GameRageMagazine.com. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine, Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag, YouTube, Game Rage Magazine. Also, you can go follow, if you like the anime and the mangas, you can go follow Frank at anime_syndicate_podcast. And you can also go listen to the Anime Syndicate podcast. If you like music, you can go follow Adam at All Gas No Trash Official. And you can listen to the All Gas No Trash podcast. Also, go check out this Game Rage Star Wars. Just go check it out. Just give it a go. See if you enjoy it. Anyways, all right, that'll do it for us. Thanks for listening. Catch you guys on the next one.
That was the latest episode of the Central Unintelligence Podcast. Don't forget, subscribe and like on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine. We're also on Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. Also our website, www.GameRageMagazine.com.